But also something else I've learned quite strongly over time is even when you're running a business, sometimes you're bound to get challenges, and also when you get these challenges, you ask yourself, what would I have done differently?
Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's Lifestyle Thursday, and today we're going to do a leadership segment with Gathoni of Trevor Collections. Just the things that we have learned on our journey that can help you in terms of leadership. And I think I'll start because for me, not many people know that I sold shoes as well. That I'd go. I think I was in between jobs. I used to run restaurants. So I'd run this restaurant. I can't remember what circumstances had made it so that I didn't have a job anymore. And I just sat there and I said, we're not gonna die here. I looked at my daughter. I said, I have to figure this out. And I had a friend who used to go to, I guess, I don't know where they used to go those days. But she had a shop on Luthuli Avenue, which was a wholesale shop. So I just went, I went down, I wouldn't even know where Luthuli Avenue is now, but anyway, I went to Luthuli Avenue and I told her, give me these things, give me some things, some clothes, some shoes, some handbags. I'll go and sell because I don't have money. When I sell, I'll put a markup and then I'll come back and I'll give you back your money. And imagine she believed in me. That's why also Teresa like working with women. She looked at me, she believed in me, and she said, okay. So she gave me the things. So I would go to offices as well. You know, I can't believe it. Go to offices, office to office, sell my things, end month, come and collect my money. Actually, my most memorable time is the day of the bomb blast. It's because I was at the parking at, you know, opposite, I think it was the judiciary, the one opposite Kenya Re. So I was standing there outside my car thinking, do I go right? Because I had to collect some money at Cooperative Bank. Or do I go left? I go first to Luthuli, collect other things, then I come, so that even as they're paying me, I give them other things. So I was looking. Then I went left. I tell him go to Luthuli Avenue first. So when I went there, is when there was a blast. Of course, we didn't see it, but I remember the windows where we were, the windows came in. They actually did. I'll never forget. And the clothes and everything. Then we were shocked. We were like, what happened? And then somebody, I don't know how somebody knew immediately that there was a bomb. And then the person started crying. And they really cried. They were like, can you imagine those who are just walking around doing their normal things, and now this bomb blast has come and they're behind, under the rubble. Yeah, so I used to do that as well. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed going around and selling clothes and doing things. I always say somewhere in my destiny, there's still that thing about, I still know there's something that I have to do around clothes and clothing and selling clothes. So for me, the leadership lesson is that you can do anything and you should be able to do anything. You shouldn't say, and especially even now we're in a pandemic, that we're in a crisis sort of situation where you have to reinvent yourself. Never say you can never do something. So, because that was so important for me, it put food on the table, and I was able to look after myself and my daughter. It is a distant memory. I can't remember how I used to go to those offices, but I did, and I did it, and I don't know for how long it was, but I did it and I enjoyed it. So that's a good leadership lesson for me. Do you have anything you'd like to share about what you've learned in terms of being a leader in all this?
Yeah, yeah, there's so many things you go through, and also, you know, there are people who look up to you. Like my employees, they don't know what I've been through. I keep on telling them about my journey, and they're like, really? Yeah, they would not believe it.
They found you looking like this.
Exactly. So they're like, But also something else I've learned quite strongly over time is even when you're running a business, sometimes you're bound to get challenges. And also when you get these challenges, you ask yourself, what would I have done differently? Yeah, so, and also taking responsibility when something goes wrong, so that you're able to correct it. So next time you're always on top of it. It
won't go wrong again.
Yeah. So I always say, like right now I'm going through a small challenge, which because of the revelation I got. So I'm like, I'm the one, I have to take responsibility first so I can be able to correct it. Yeah.
And agree to it. And I think also for you, you know, for me, when when I look at business, I know I have businesses that I need to do, but because of running businesses before and them failing, and especially one because of a lot of theft, what do you feel about that? Because sometimes I get so discouraged. I'm like, why do you have to watch these people? How is it systems that you've put in that stop people from taking from you, or what do you do? Because me, I think it will discourage me. It does more damage to me than even just the actual theft. I'm like, really? You sat down, you thought about this? And then like for me, my business actually came to a standstill. It's just that by the grace of God that I was able to sell it for exactly what I had put in, so I didn't make any loss. But I didn't make any profit either. There was nothing to show after doing the business. And sometimes I get afraid of doing business, especially in this nation, because it's like everybody's out to get you and to steal from you, and it scares me.
You know, those are the challenges you have to go through in business. It's every other business, even Safaricom.
Any business.
They have fraud cases, yeah. So what happens? You have to check, because even I remember, was it last year I was going through a similar challenge. And normally what happens, you know, you cannot control. When you interview people, they'll show you what you want to see.
And the good face.
Exactly. You don't know what they're made of. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know their daily challenges. So when you do your structures right, those things are bound to happen. You just make sure you streamline. Because somebody was telling me also, don't you think it's about time you did? And then also you cannot limit clients and tell them, I can only take PDQ and M-Pesa. What if somebody has cash and there's no M-Pesa? So it's somebody, if people just decide to be, I'll be dishonest. You have no control over that. Yeah, those are now the things that you have no control over. Because even, it was a big case. I even took it to the cop station, and the cop said, anywhere there's cash, you have to be very careful. You have to have good control measures. So
that the cash doesn't disappear.
Yeah, because the temptation is there. Money comes with, because I always say, you know, most of these girls, they come there very saved. And they're the ones who are going to shock you the most
with what they do.
Exactly.
But you see, they say there's a spirit. You see, money has a spirit.
Exactly.
Yeah? It has the spirit of mammon. So that spirit will just pull you. And even sometimes you're always saying, it will be the last time, I won't do it again. Maybe you're telling yourself,
exactly.
I won't do this again. And then I think there's another thing, because it's leadership, where they want to be Gathoni overnight.
It's true. That is, you see, even now with this pressure of the media now, you know, everybody wants to be an instant celeb. There's Instagram, there's Facebook. You want to. I've had a lot even from people with other shops. People have such stories, and even theft. I don't know how we're going to control that, because it's everywhere. Even there's a neighbor of mine who told me recently, when Kenya was announced, there was the COVID-19, our first case. The sales for that day, that girl took off with the sales. But she was like, now we're going to close. So I might as well take care of myself.
Yeah, but what it is, you've actually said it also, it's selfishness. There's a lot of selfishness. And the only way we're going to cure it is to change the DNA of the people. Sometimes I want to give up on this beautiful country and continent, but the Lord says you can't give up. So you change the mindset of another generation. Because right now, the mindset is I have to take. I have to take from you in order to enrich myself, you know?
It's true.
And we're going to have to find a way. God will give us wisdom to change that thinking and change that culture to a culture of working hard and being honest and going through the process and your process to get where you want to get to.
It's true.
Because you didn't steal from your sister or your brother, you know, you just followed due process. They taught you something. They brought you into their space and they modeled something for you, and then they gave you opportunity.
Exactly.
So we all have to wait for those opportunities. But we can't cut shortcuts so that we get these opportunities and we get them quickly.
And that is what many people are looking for now, shortcuts. They don't know there's a process
to getting there.
Yeah, and the problem with those shortcuts, they don't last.
Yeah, and also there's peace.
They don't last.
You see here, you're here at peace. You know, whenever you take shortcuts, you're always looking over your shoulder, who is after you. If the phone rings, the cat jumps outside, you wake up with a heart attack. Hey, please, relax, you know. You're okay, you've done this yourself, you know, with the help of God, and you've achieved it. So you don't have to be, because you're always then going to be looking over your back as to who is coming after you. And it really isn't worth it. You need to do what you're doing and enjoy it, and enjoy the vision and enjoy the process, and don't try to take from people, because you can't take from people. Somehow is going to stop somewhere.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah. So please learn your lessons and just go through the process. It's going to come. Don't be impatient. Be patient. Take a step. It's even better you ask somebody for help rather than you take from people or steal from people, because it will also curtail your destiny. You know, we've never seen anyone. They look like they're succeeding for the moment, but that moment doesn't last very long, as Gathoni has said. Any closing statement?
Yeah, just build your foundation. Nothing. There's no shortcut in this life. You have to take one step at a time. Yeah, there are no shortcuts. It's like building a house. You have to build a good foundation for it to hold.
To be able to stand.
And honesty, yeah, and put God in your business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know when God is there, nobody can. God is faithful always, and
very steady. Very is a strength that can be that can be. You can lean on Him. Yeah.
Because even my girls, you know, the first time when you came to pray for the clothes shop, they know. They know Pastor Angie said, if you're not supposed to be, they're the ones who come and tell the others that. Pastor Angie said, if you're not supposed to be in Trevor Collection,
you will not be here. Yeah. I'm amazed the way they know, the way they repeat. And then when you're praying, everybody just looks quiet. But I'm grateful that they know.
In fact, the ones who misbehave, I think you should be coming to village a lot.
I should. I
you know the ones for Junction, they behave.
Those ones they know. Pastor Angie can put
even Westgate. Yeah, yeah they are lying.
Village market, I'm on my way. But I love it. You know, I was thinking, Gathoni, you know, one day, it was there was a business, many years, honestly, it's like, I can't remember. Gosh, like 2009, and I was reflecting on it. And I was asked to go and pray for the business. So I went. And when I prayed, I said, first of all, any loophole, reveal any loophole, seal every loophole through which things are being lost. I got into my car. I drove. They're calling me back. Come back right now. So I'm like, what is it? I came back. They had discovered, I think it was somebody had stolen a microwave, a blender, a shelf, and I think a carpet. So I not even reached the gate when all those things were unraveled. So, Pastor Meomba Sai, and you are still. So they told me, actually the guy told me, just take them, Pastor Angie, because this person would have stolen them, so please take them. Then I remember there was a young girl who I was engaging with that. She was moving out. So I gave her the microwave, the carpet, the blender, and then I remained with the shelf, which I still have until today. And it's just a reminder of, yeah, we'll pray. You will not steal from people who have worked hard, who have done the right thing with their money. No, you will not do it. God will stop you in the bad, and I'm glad they repeat. You see, that's why it's also important to pray, to show them the pastor doesn't have to come in secret. Exactly. I have come with all my glory now to pray. And let's see what God does.
Even the one who tells him he's a Muslim. Pastor Angie said she does not want problem with that.
And I love my Muslim brothers and sisters because they really believe in God.
Yeah, she's the one who tells them, wait, if you're not supposed to be here,
you will not be here.
Imagine.
We thank God. We thank God. And I really pray and encourage you to keep doing the business. Don't be bothered about people who are laughing at you. You heard from Gathoni's story. People are even rolling their eyes. You know, they might not laugh openly, but they're like, shop? How are you going to get a shop in Village Market? Now she has three, and she has 5, I think, in the malls. And there's more that God wants to do with her. So I hope you're encouraged. Keep that encouragement up and keep moving. And remember how beautiful she was looking here in her beautiful orange resplendent dress and her hair. And we'll bring Wajiko so that you can also see Wajiko. The plot continues, and we continue to do great and mighty things. Thank you so much for Gathoni. I've really enjoyed having you on Just Angie, and we soldier on.
Thanks for having me.
You're
it's
very,
such an honor.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.